Welcome in, come meet my Bristol bro. Anything from this to that, my Bristol bro. So nice to introduce my Bristol bro. Anyone from him to her, my Bristol bro. Work with these hands, you see this hard form. Say with your chest, my pen is hardcore. Even at my desk, feel like a star-lord. And it shows how much we give it all for. Now it's time to give them all an encore. Till it's back to the drawing. Welcome in, come meet my Bristol bro. Anything from this to that, my Bristol bro. So nice to introduce my Bristol bro. Anyone from him to her, my Bristol bro.
Yeah, boy.
Every time. It's so annoying.
You know, Dan was rocking out. Dan loves it. I can see him backstage. He's doing this. He says it's great.
Some people enjoy it.
Of it. Yeah, I think all of our guests that we've asked about it said they enjoyed it. Maybe except for one. Yeah. We'll
now it's just going to be a bit every time.
I kind of like the bit. How you doing, Sam?
I'm doing all right. To be honest with you, I've had better days.
Okay. We'll leave it at that. You can tell me off air if you want.
Oh, dude, it's an off air conversation for sure. The last 3 days, let's say, have been interesting. Yeah. But besides that, I've been great.
I'm making your day better. I got the memo and I finally wore a hat this time.
Good.
Since I never wear a hat, so I'm getting with the program.
Good.
It's my only one right now, comic related. I have an old Punisher one somewhere, but it's seen better days, so this one's gonna have to do. Let's welcome in our friends in the chat, Mr. Yevgeny Sokolov. Go get that Yevgeny Sokolov cover, guys. White Line Deadline 2. What, 3 days left, Sam?
Yeah, so at some point during the night tonight, it's going to roll over in like 48 hours.
Okay.
And then, so like, what is today? Tuesday. So like, real early in the morning, Thursday, it's going to end at like 3 a.m., 4 a.m., something like that. So
cool. Coming up quick.
It is, yeah. And like the last 48 hours, like official 48 hours is typically like the biggest fundraising thing that you get.
Right.
I think that judging off of the last time, I made like $300-$400 the last 2 days. So it's like if that kind of comes to fruition again, it's like this thing might cross to like close to like $2,000.
That's awesome, man. All the last minute people, all the people making sure their paychecks come into the bank account, waiting for the last minute to back.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Well, we have an awesome guest today, an amazing artist. How did you meet this gentleman before I bring him in?
That's honestly a good question. I don't recall my my first run-in with Dan. If it was through like IC3 or if it was through like a Discord somewhere or
he's contemplating. I see he's thinking too.
I honestly don't remember. I just I remember obviously seeing his work and just being like, holy shit. Like the first thing that caught my eye was his lettering. It's like, as you're aware, it's like I'm a big just traditional guy in general. Like Don Simpson, for example, is like huge, like one of my favorite letterists and all that kind of stuff. I'm like Dan, and like his lettering is incredibly good. So I snapped my eye on that first, and then his cartooning. It's like, oh shit, like this dude can draw.
Yeah, he can draw his ass off for sure.
Yeah.
Well, let's not honey dick everybody. Let's bring him in here. Mr. Dan Goodwin, welcome to the show, buddy. How you doing?
Hey, what's up, guys, man? Great to be here. Nice to meet you guys.
Nice to meet you officially, and already taken aback by the artwork in the background there.
Ooh, yeah. I'm cool also stuff. An art collector, so yeah, so
got the addiction.
What do you got?
I'm gonna give you the full screen. What do we got there?
Okay, so I could go through it all, but I'll go through my main pieces. So I got a Pat Broderick right there, who I'm excited to see at IC3 in Jacksonville. Edison Neo, when you had him, the thumbnail, the thumbnail had that cover right there. So that's the cover that TM.
It did.
Yeah. Simone Bianchi, prelim. You know, I do have a budget.
Yeah, exactly.
Batman and Joker. Followed up by Dan Panosian inking on Joyce Chin right there. It's a Green Lantern cover. Title page. I love title pages. Chris Bachalo's Amazing Spider-Man, Family Ties Part 2.
Wow.
This is an indie artist, Robert Norton. He does a fan comic dedicated to the Masters of the Universe.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. And then a Larry Stroman piece. Yeah. I can name them all too, but let's, you know.
I mean, yeah, I don't want to get too jealous.
Oh, I do have to point this out. Can you see this one on my desk here? That is a Vaughn Baudet right there.
Oh, you're making Sam jealous with that one.
Dude, Sam. I'm lucky to have that because I would be jealous too, man. That Vaughn is awesome.
Yeah, that one's amazing. All of it's amazing though. A Bocello and a Bianchi piece in your collection, that's surreal. Yeah.
Simone. I got a Joe Mad too, man.
Dude, look at you. Get off the big screen. I'm jealous.
But my collecting.
This guy off, Sam. So. He's got too much stuff I don't have. Let's kick him off.
We can do some that page that's behind you though. That says like comics and commissions. You lettered that, right? Like that's one of your things for your table?
Oh yeah. That's what I plan to have on my.
It looks like R. Crumb lettering almost. Like, look at this shit.
Wow, that's really cool.
So I'm testing out this stand and all that, but it's going. Sorry about the glare, but
no, you're good.
But yeah, that's what I wanted to have on my table to let people know what's up.
Yeah,
you're a fellow tall boy. Yevgeny's saying you're almost as tall as him, or
I think he's got me by 1 inch. Yeah,
so you're 6'9" and he's 6'10".
Oh, 2 inches, and I'm 6'8".
Okay. Both you bastards are taller than me.
So I wanted to start this thing with first of all, I love the theme song, so I know you guys.
Oh, okay. So we're taking votes on it, Dan.
Yeah, and Yev I met at OAX, and a big shout out to him, man. He was drawing. Everybody else is having fun, and he's sitting there drawing. You know,
the whole time.
Inspirational. And
he says Dan is great. I met him at OAX, about the same height as me.
Yep.
Very cool.
And then Sam, what was I going to say to you? It slipped my mind. Oh, where we met? I think we met on the Ink Pulp live shows. I think.
Oh, cool.
But I'm a little bit confused too.
Yeah, I mean that would make sense.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
There's a Sean Crystal right there that he did on Ink Pulp. Turtle, Leonardo.
Oh yeah.
Beautiful stuff. Well, when we bring a guest on here, I tend to try to let Sam, get a word in edgewise with me, so I don't talk your ear off, because I'm a big fan of your art and everything, and I know Sam is too. So, Sam, you kick it off, and then I'll sprinkle some questions in here and there.
Sure. Yeah.
Well, I guess before the stream had started up, we're kind of spitballing. Last night Dan and I were in a meeting with Cassera and the IC3 folks, and I had discovered that Dan has been making comics pretty much longer than I've been alive.
Wow.
So I was like, where are these comics at? Let me see them, put them out, because he's got hard drives full. So I'm like, put these things out. So Dan, when are we gonna be seeing these comics?
Yeah, so well, when I grew up, my dad collected comics, so there was always comics around the house, and because he collected them, I wasn't really that into them. But then, I will give you a little backstory. I used to live in Columbus, Georgia, which was right against Fort Benning. I think the name has changed now, but I could jump my neighbor's fence and be on the base. So there was military all around me. And that's when, and then the G.I. Joe cartoon was on the air. And at the end of the G.I. Joe cartoons, they would show, by issue 49 or whatever, And so my dad collected comics, but when I started collecting, I went for G.I. Joe because I thought I was going in the military, And it started with G.I. Joe. And, then when I got in high school, I started drawing my D&D characters and stories. You know, me and my friends would play D&D, and I would draw that. And then, you know, in high school, I did this book for Pocket Change Comics. They were most famous, I think, for this Corporal Punishment book. But yeah, I did the Holy Knight issue 1. Now they rebooted it after this with an incredible artist. But yeah, so this was my trying to be Rob Layfield phase.
Yeah, I can see that.
There you go. Yeah.
And yeah, man. So I did this in high school, sitting at my, you know, dining room table when I should have been doing homework, you know, and then a couple years later, I don't have any of the published books from that, but I do have some anthologies I put together with other artists. And yeah. So I think everybody talks about digital webbing, you know, meeting up on. I think
I was on there.
Yeah. I was on the Yahoo group's Indie Cred All Stars.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know if you ever heard of.
I remember hearing. I wasn't on there, but I remember hearing about it.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
So these were a bunch of guys, and we did an anthology, and like, so here is like my, you know, mid '90s kind of style.
Yeah, I definitely can tell that's you though.
Can you? That's awesome.
Yeah.
And then we did another one, and the great thing about this is this was back, you know, before digital. You know, someone I forget who started it, but they actually like roughed in all the characters, and then we mailed it to each other to draw in our own character.
Very cool.
On the same board. That's crazy, right? And yeah, so got a story in there. This was my main story. I got 5 issues of that, but like I said, they never saw print. And that's where I got my, well, I will say that's when I stopped, because I stopped, it was about 2000, stopped, COVID hit, and I started again with my new stuff. So that's the origin there.
So you had a pretty substantial break then.
Yeah, 20 plus years. Yeah,
Wow,
focused on my career. I'm a software engineer. Love that too, man. I love writing software. So
tickles that same creative part of the brain in one aspect, doesn't it?
It's almost like, yeah, it's like logical thinking, creative thinking, you know, and it's a good balance, I think.
For sure. Nathan Campos says everyone has a Liefeld era. It's a rite of passage. Liefeld's still in his Liefeld era. He never left.
Yeah, dude. If anything, it's like if you look at those Youngblood books that dude's putting out right now, it's like he is just drawing like probably the best drawing he's ever done, which is pretty impressive, actually.
Yeah, and he's got some really good inkers and colorists on his stuff now. Like makes a huge difference. Like especially the manga editions he's been doing. Like his work is suited for the manga styling for sure.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I dropped out of like mainstream comics around, you know, like maybe 2 or 3 years into Image starting, you know, and then so I'm not recent on the stuff they're doing now. I'm more into indie comics now. So
that's what I was going to ask you.
If I see it, I'll love it, you know.
Given the influences, I assume that you were in on all the Image stuff back in the day. Probably fan of all the you know, McFarlane's and Jim Lee's and all those guys.
Yeah, like I said, it started with G.I. Joe. It went to the Punisher because I started maturing a little bit, you know, and then it went to the X-Men. And then when Image formed right after that, I followed the Image guys for, like I said, 2 or 3 years.
When I look at your work,
when Joe Mad started drawing X-Men, though, I did have to jump back in for that.
Oh, there you go.
Hell yeah.
When I look at your work, I see 2 primary people. Obviously, we already nailed Von Baudet down because you got that piece behind you. When I look at your stuff, there's like a lot of like mushrooms and ferns and all that sort of stuff. You know what I mean? And then I see a lot of like Dave Sim, Cerberus. So that's like those are the 2 that I see like kind of like your influences, I think.
Yeah, man, that's perfectly said. But I would mix in there also like Looney Tunes, you know, Bugs Bunny and stuff, you know, because that is a big part of it too. Dave Sims for that lettering. Oh, Dave Sims, from like seeing those first like 20 issues, his improvement. wow, that's crazy. And then later that lettering and Gerhard doing the backgrounds, and definitely Von Baudet, but graffiti in general, right? There's a lot of Baudet and graffiti. So I would say a little bit of Baudet and graffiti is a lot of inspiration as well.
So when you stepped away from art, you kind of stepped away from collecting altogether back then?
Reading books, collecting. I didn't start collecting art until to like 3 years ago. But collecting books and drawing books, yeah, I totally checked out of it, and I regret that.
What got you back in?
COVID, nothing to do.
Yeah,
Like
nothing to
everybody,
do.
you hear that, you've heard that story, right?
Yeah, went back to our roots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My dog died, my girl left me, and I was stuck in the house. So let's figure out what to do.
It's the makings of a country song.
I was about to say you should have been a country star instead of a cartoonist.
Yeah. That's
There's
one way
lots
to
of
do it.
paths.
For sure.
So one of the things though, because I was already telling you, Dan, like I would assume that your colored issues had come first, and then that black and white issue, that's the most recent one, the Warp Dragon stuff.
Yeah.
I love your work in black and white, and I'm kind of curious, like what your thought process was going from having all of your comics colored up into to changing it to black and white, because it is such a drastic difference.
Yeah. So So I think I also sent you these two. The Destroyers Part 1 and 2 of 6. I still got to finish this. Yep. But at during these stories, I went to black and white with a little bit of color. Mm-hmm. But this was all digital. And the reason I went from all color to this was my books weren't selling. So I was hesitant to keep paying a colorist. I love my Giovanna Plata is my colorist. Love her to death, does great work, but if I'm not selling books, I can't afford that, right? So that's that, but they were still digital. And then the Warp Dragons, my 10th book. So all the first 9 books were all digital, and my 10th book, the one that you were talking about. This is my first traditional book because I got accepted to the IC3 show in Jacksonville, and that's backed by the Comic Art Fans parent company, and they got OAX and all that. And I was like, there's no way I can show up without having some original art. So I did this all original art, and I was planning to do more gray tones and everything in this to echo more of what I just showed you. But I was also scared of time because you wanted to make a whole book in 3 months. So I kind of, so whatever I did worked for you, right? So I love hearing that. And I'm torn because I like the traditional and having the original artwork, on hand, but I feel like I get more detailed and exactly what I'm looking for digitally. So I'm probably going to do a combination of both going forward. And also, this is the one that you mentioned, the lettering. I did all this cool lettering by hand, even the sound effects and
crazy.
So that was super fun. And even when I did it digitally, though, I will let you know, I did use a font to lay out the text, but then I would create a new layer on top of it, lower, make it faint, and then I would trace over it with the pencil. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I love Dave Sims' lettering, so I'm trying to achieve that as much as possible.
Are you following any current artists right now? I know you said you weren't really looking at current books, but are there people whose work you're looking at nowadays that inspires you? Because I kind of see some Scotty Young in your work, but he probably has a lot of the same influences that you do that kind of led him to where he's at now. Mm-hmm. So anybody currently that you like to look at? Brett Bean is another one that comes to mind.
Yeah, I mean, dude, I love all art. I've got like I said, I've got an indie artist in here next to Chris Bocello. I love all art, and it all inspires me. Scotty Young is great. But I will have to say, right now, if I see Damian Scott drop a piece, boom, that
Yeah,
Damian Scott is killing it right now, and I'm very inspired by his work.
very cool. Keeping your pulse on things a little bit, probably through Instagram. It's probably feeding you all these different artists every day like it does us.
It is, but I'm also part of the comic art fans community, buying
Right.
original art, and they got shows left and right all week, and you're always seeing great stuff there.
Yeah.
I saw them do that post about that Blazing Saddles poster. I don't know if you guys saw that or not, but like I'm a huge Mel Brooks fan, so it's like I saw that they had that, and I was like, I wonder how much that's going to go for. 'Cause that's
Oh,
like
it's
something I would even consider to buy.
it's gonna be crazy. Mel
I'm
just
sure.
turned Mel just turned 100. He's got the new Spaceballs movie coming out. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's gonna be some big baller is gonna come in there and snag that for sure.
Yeah.
Felix is probably gonna snag it up.
But no, dude, I was gonna say like I honestly think that you should continue to do it traditionally. Mainly for the reason it's like one, you're gonna have things to sell, dude, because like just looking at your art, people are gonna buy your pages straight up.
Yeah.
So I would continue to do that. And the thing is, it's like if you're busted for time, um, continue to work traditional because you even said it yourself. It's like you're not doing as much rendering on traditional than you are digital. You're gonna get more comics done that way. You're gonna get more pages done that way, and that just equals more money in the long run. So
Yeah, I mean that's a great point, and I agree with it. But I'm as a software engineer, it's like I like
You're
that
drawn to it.
precision of digital,
Yeah.
But yeah, I get it. I get it.
It's interesting to me that you said that people weren't really drawn to the color books. The colored versions weren't selling as well as the black and white. Is that what you were saying?
Oh no, well, I have yet to be able to tell how these do because
Oh, okay, there we go.
these are dropping exclusively at IC3 in Jacksonville, right? And this is black and white original art, and this is all digital but colored.
So you're gonna be able to
So,
compare.
well, I don't. There's a page I might not want to turn to in here, So,
No spoilers, right?
oh, I don't care about that, man. So we'll see. But so those haven't released yet, and this is the last black and white issue that I did versus my color issues, and this sold less than my color issues. So
Okay.
that's not necessarily true.
Right.
I think it's just when I hit up people, you got to hit up people at the right time. Maybe I did it, when everybody's busy. You got to find that right release window.
Yeah.
I don't know. I find sometimes like when I put books out, like they have it's very similar to like YouTube videos. To be honest with you, there's like no rhyme or reason to like when you put things out or if they're gonna catch on or not. I just don't worry about it, and I just kind of release it and just let happen what happens.
Yeah.
It's like, for example, it's like I did Samthology #1 and I put it out and like it was hot for like 2 weeks and then it died. And then Samthology 2, when that came out, it had like a long run. And it's like, I had to put this thing into a third print run now because of the Kickstarter. So it's like, and that was a book that came out a year ago. You know what I mean? So it's like, just because something's sitting there doesn't necessarily mean that it's bad. It's just like, just wait for it. It'll catch on eventually and you'll sell
Yeah.
it. So yeah.
Yeah, it's weird like that. It's you'll drive yourself crazy trying to figure out why one hit and the other didn't.
Yeah. You can't worry about it, man. It's like, I don't know. That's one of the things with art. It's like you can't worry about what people are going to think about it because it's like your personal insight. So it's like just put it out and what people make of it, whatever,
Yeah.
So,
I will add this to the mix though. I've never tabled anywhere before. So it's just my Instagram account saying, "Hey, I got a new book out." So IC3 in Jacksonville will be my first time tabling. So I'm very interested in seeing how that goes. Maybe that'll have a little bump, maybe get more people interested. I'm sure I'm sure I'm going to sell more than I've done online, which is very low. So we'll see.
Oh no, yeah, it's all good. I mean, I can tell you from experience, like doing smaller shows like that are indie centric. I do the best at those shows because people going to those shows they know like these are indie people and like they're coming in and they're well aware of who's going to be in there. So it's not like you have to fight over, I don't know, Scotty Young or whatever to get somebody's money. It's like
Yeah.
everybody is all at the same level. So it's just a matter of just talking to somebody, striking a conversation. Usually they buy books from you. So
Cool.
Yeah, and you're a big imposing guy, so like slouch down a little bit.
I was planning on standing the whole time.
Oh
So maybe
no, they're gonna run. Sam brought up a good point. I forget who we had on, but we were just talking about like being at cons, and one of Sam's pieces of advice was like, don't have your head down in the drawing board the whole time. Like make sure to interact with people, like
right.
it goes a long ways.
I don't plan on doing any drawing at the show. I'm there to have a good time. And, some people like drawing at the show. That's fine. I think I would be more responsive and fun if I'm not drawing at the show. So I'll take commissions afterwards. But at the show, I'm just going to try to engage,
Yeah. Do you have any fellow creators that you're friends with that you're going to get to catch up with there, or maybe people you've interacted with online that you're looking forward to meeting in real life?
Sure. Yeah. I'm big fans of the calf community. So Cosner is going to be there. Bill stopped by. Newell Stingray. You guys probably heard of him. He'll be there. That whole crew. I'm very excited. Brandon Paul.
Brandon.
Oh yeah, Chuck Maxwell's
I think
daddy.
he's right across from me. And
Oh, awesome.
Oh yeah.
And my main character is a dog. The main character is dog. His main character is a dog. I think they're putting all the dog dudes in one area.
There you go. Yeah,
So
you
I'm
guys will be
excited
in
to meet him
good
and
company.
Jamie Jones and Jim Rugg's going to be there. I hope to give him some books.
Nice. Yeah, dude. Jim is one of the nicest people on the planet. It's like every time I've ever interacted with that dude, it's always just been straight gold. And it's like the thing that I would recommend to do is to pick that dude's fucking brain as much as you can, dude, because like he is just an endless sea of knowledge.
Treasure trove. Yeah.
Yeah. But dude, yeah, that's awesome. That you're meeting Brandon. I think I had told Brandon to hook up with you because like as you just mentioned, both of you guys make dog comics. And it's like, dude, like a crossover, it needs to happen at some point, like a split comic or something.
Yeah.
Dude, because like if you haven't seen Brandon's like work, like Chuck Maxwell, it's fucking incredible stuff.
Yeah, I have his first book. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Yeah, great stuff. Yeah, it'll be really cool for you guys to meet up and connect. And yeah, it's the fun thing about cons is doing that networking and community building too. So it's cool to hear that you're going to be like going there with that intention in mind and not planning on just sitting and drawing the entire time. And don't get me wrong, I love watching artists draw, but those moments of getting that one-on-one interaction, even if it's for a couple of minutes and picking their brains is always nice.
Well, the problem with me is they see me doing more erasing than drawing, so I don't want to waste anybody's time.
Nothing wrong with that.
I was going to say that we do have a question here in the chat from Nathan Campos. It says, Dan, when you bring a project together, do you develop character designs first or do you write out the entire book?
So all my books, the 10 issues, are all the same characters, right? So I'm not creating new stories with different characters. There might be background characters or side, lesser important characters, but it's mainly around my characters that I've carried through 10 issues. But I will say this, I can't just jump on a group of characters and start writing a story or drawing them. So even before I started this book, I spent like 6 months thinking of what the team would be, doing sketches. So I spent a lot of time figuring out the team. And I even did I was going to do a 60-page book. I got to 48, 44 pages or something, and I scrapped it because it just wasn't working. And then I restarted again, and the characters started working. But I did spend a lot of time thinking about who these characters are, why they're a team together, and all that. And if I had to do it again, like for just some, random idea that I came up with, I would probably do the same thing, is like focus a little bit on the, who the characters are and why they're important to each other. But yeah, so I haven't had to worry about that for a while. So we'll see what happens next time I do.
When you write, are you thinking about it in scenes? Like, are you visualizing a certain scene or a certain part of the story that you can picture in your mind and then going into writing that scene? Or are you doing some of the writing beforehand? I know a lot of the artists like that I talk to who also write, it's more visual for them. Like they've got an idea for a sequence in their brain, and then it's kind of what they write is informed by that. Is that kind of your process as well?
Maybe I will tell you my process though. It is basically where's the start, where's the hard part, where's the ending, and then if I think this is just gonna, like for Warp Dragons, when I decided it's just gonna be a one shot of this character helping other characters, I knew it was gonna be about 28, 24 pages, so I tried to figure out where it starts, where it gets hard, the climax, how they solve that, and then I'll like just start doing like one description per page. So this page, the intro page is this, the next page they do that, the next page they do that, and then as I start thumbnailing, I'll be thinking about the dialogue. So I never write it completely. The writing is always changed up until the last inks and letters, but I do try to outline it.
Yeah, you're doing more like a summary of what you want to happen on each page, and then probably make edits from there as you're going through it.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, like I would say, like 70% of it is easy and goes through, but then I'll hit like that 30%, like, oh crap, I changed this. So how do I connect it to this 2 pages later when it should have done this, but now it's doing this. But that's always fun, man. That's what's good about making comics, man. That's what I like about making comics. So
yeah.
One of the things I did want to ask was where are you getting your books printed at? Because like the quality on those things is incredible.
Oh, well, Comic Wellspring.
Okay, cool.
Oh, I've been interested to hear from somebody that uses them, because a lot of the people that I've talked to, they're using Mix'em, and I've always wondered about Comics Wellspring. I've heard good things about them. So were you pretty happy with how they turned out? Sounds like they're nice.
I'm always happy with the quality.
Okay.
And no diss to them. I know they're working on it and trying to improve it, but the way to set it up, to order it and set it up and give them the files.
That's the only negative somebody was telling me. Yeah.
I felt it was easier before, and they're working on it. Look, I'm a software engineer. I understand. But it needs to be streamlined a little bit more.
Right.
But also at the same time, their customer service has never let me down. Anytime I've run into a problem, they fixed it right away.
Well, that's great to hear. Yeah, it sounds like there's some little kinks they're working out, but it sounds like they're receptive to working on improving it based on the feedback. So that's good, because I know they're newer to the game. So that's great to hear.
I've done 10 issues with them, and I don't plan to change.
Nice.
Yeah, I pretty much use Mix'em exclusively. The last 2 things that I've got printed from them had been questionable. Like it's just weird things, like they stopped bundling books when you buy them. So it's like you open up your box and the books are just loose in there.
Oh, that's a big no-no.
Yeah, like I don't know, like 10 of my books or so out of like the last 100 some I printed, they were just jacked.
Yeah.
How many do you print at once though? Like how many's in a box like that?
Yeah, they put 100 in a big box, and I usually order like 130 to like 140 every print run. But yeah, like the last 2 times I've ordered from them, they were literally just loose in the box. And being at Heroes, I was talking to other people, and we were all talking shop, and Connor Herbison had told me that he's been using Tiger Print, and that's who Mateo and Sean and all of them use at Ink Pulp.
Okay.
But they have a 500 minimum, so it's like you have to drop some money to actually get it. But it's like 17 cents per book. That's how cheap they're able to do it because they print in China.
Yeah.
But the thing with Mixam though that I heard is that they sold out like 4 months ago. So they don't have like a parent because they had a printing press in Colorado, then they had one in Chicago, and then they had one over like in England, I think, in Germany as well. Now, since were bought out by a parent company, they're outsourcing the printing to all these different places. So like the quality is all over the place. Yeah.
No consistency.
Yeah, that's the issue. So
yeah.
I'm kind of up in the air if I'm going to continue to use them or not. So
I only print 100 issues at a time, and they always come like in blocks of 20, nicely bubble wrapped and packaged. I can't complain, but I will say I do want to try to find, speaking of print in China, I do want to find like some newsprint. I'd love to try to print on newsprint and see how that comes out.
Mm-hmm. You can buy. So if you do the printing yourself, or if you take it to like a local place that does printing, you can buy like newsprint from like Office Max. They sell newsprint on their website, for example. But I would try to talk to Eli over at Cosmic Lion to see where he gets his book published, because I'm not too sure. Because I was going to ask him that, because Raymar gets all of his Ghostman comics, they're published on newsprint, and I'm like, where is he getting this done at? I need to know.
Yeah, I did ask Eli that, and if I'm remembering correctly, I think it was again that minimum order. I think it was like too high for me. So
Right.
Yeah, I because the Tiger Print lady was going around the con at Heroes Con, and just kind of like trying to get people to be aware and just buy books and everything like that. $2,000 basically is what you'd be looking at to get a print run at that size, and it's like, I ain't doing that.
Yeah, I mean, I do 100 in color at Comics Wellspring, and I think it's a little over 400. So
it's not
that's
bad
more
at
my
all.
budget.
Yeah, because like once you start getting into like the 500 minimums, you're talking freight, and then that's coming across the ocean. So it's like that's where a vast majority of the cost comes from.
Yeah, and the risk of getting hung up in customs and everything else.
Yeah.
Or getting destroyed during customs inspections. I remember the gi company. I'm a jiu-jitsu guy. So the jiu-jitsu uniform company that I'm sponsored by, one time they had told me how much money they lose on just stuff getting destroyed by customs, because they would just take a box cutter and cut the side of the package open, and there'd be gis like sliced in half and stuff.
Oh no.
They said every order had at least 100 gis that they had to basically write off because they were destroyed by customs. No bueno.
Classic.
Yeah.
When you need to put some kind of steel inserts.
Yeah, right.
Figure that out.
Yeah.
So since go ahead.
I was going to say, I got some original artwork to show whenever you guys want to look at it. So just let me know.
I'm itching to look at it.
Yeah, I mean, you can show it. You can show it off whenever, man. It doesn't make a difference to me.
Yeah.
Were you about to ask
you,
a question, Sam?
I was going to, but I lost it. It's all good.
Okay. You got a few things to show too, don't you, Sam?
Yeah, I mean, if we want to flip through some of his books real quick, I mean, we absolutely could. We got about 20 minutes left, so we got a little bit of time to play with.
Well, why don't we have you show some of that original art, Dan, and then we'll give it over to Sam and have the in-person director's commentary while he flips through some of your books. Yeah, so I'm going to give you the big screen though, Dan, so you can show off some of these originals, man.
Yeah, so I've recently been trying to get into sketch cards, So I've been I'm a collector, so I collect a lot of sketch cards, and I've been trying to draw a lot of sketch cards. So I just wanted to show off a couple of these because they will be available. Some of them
Oh, there you
already.
go. You're speaking my language right there.
There you go.
Some
And
Transformers
the
action.
tape is named Soundwave Superior Mix. So, but yeah, so just showing off some sketch cards, right? And
those are really cool.
Also, because I want to have some original art to sell at the show, I've been trying to do some 9x12s. You know, there's a Nightcrawler, and then
That,
I don't know if I can sell this, man.
Is that Copic or
yeah. Microns and Copic. So
nice. That's beautiful. That Ghost Rider turned out amazing, dude.
Yeah, thank you, man. So I've been
the Nightcrawler.
Yeah, I've got a couple more of those. I'm also here's the original art for Warp Dragon, so you can see the actual. This is the cover, so the title's on there.
Are you selling that?
I am, yeah.
How much you selling it for?
I'm not sure yet.
Well, I need to know.
He's gonna message him offline.
I've got double page spreads.
That's beautiful.
I
love the sound of the Bristol board.
Oh,
rippling. Yeah, I love it. Music to my ears.
We'll show one more of this.
Nathan says, excellent work.
Oh, thank you, man.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
So I'll have that complete issue, and then
you'll have it complete unless Sam gets a hold of you beforehand.
Sam, so first,
I know how Sam's brain works.
I've got to give you a heads up, Sam, man. I collect art. I'm my biggest fan. I'm going to price it high. So, because I don't want, first of all, I don't want to sell it, but I don't want to break the golden rule. Don't get high on your own supply.
You're gonna break his heart, Dan.
Sam, But Sam, I will do. How about I do a pinup for your book? I'll do that.
Oh, there you go. Talking. Yeah, hold him to that, Sam. It's on air. That's the piece from the flyer that we used on the thumbnail.
Yeah, that's the. I was asked to do the IC3 poster, and the lettering is actually.
Oh, you comped
cool.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, man. So, yeah, man. I was talking about going back to digital earlier, man. After looking at that, it's hard, man.
I'm telling you, dude.
Don't do it.
I see, Dan. I like digital too, so I feel you. I do a lot of my roughs and stuff on my iPad, and
see, that's what I'm thinking. I should maybe try that approach. Maybe even pencil it digitally, print it out, and ink it.
Yeah, do the Dan Fraga Tradigital method. He does the roughs and the pencils in the iPad, and then prints it and inks it. So then you got something to sell. You get to get your digital fix. Best of both worlds, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's give Sam the big screen here.
I will say this though, from going from digital to traditional, yeah, traditional is a lot fucking harder.
For sure.
At least for me.
For sure. Especially drawing that big. That's what gets me, when that transition, when you're not used to, you're so used to working on that smaller screen in some cases, and then you're working on an 11x17.
Yeah, and I noticed that my lines are thicker when I'm digital, because maybe I zoom in too much or something. I don't have that sense, and the lines are the line weight is just. But I like graffiti too, and sometimes that has a lot of bold lines. So
I think the more you do it, the more you'll get it locked in.
Yeah.
All right, Sam.
Shameless plug, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be coming up here on the last 48 hours at some point here in the middle of the night tonight. White Line Deadline Part 2. We got Yevgeny Sokolov and Johnny Ryan on variant covers. Loads of fun pinups in there as well. So make sure you hop on there and pick it up while it's still up. And then one of the things that I wanted to ask you, because I wasn't sure with some of these comics, what is in what order exactly?
So yeah, I made a grave mistake. I had the thought of a band releasing an album,
Yeah.
and it doesn't have a album number one, album number two on it.
Right.
And it's up to the fans to go figure that out. So, but yeah, that kind of you'll notice on the destroyers, I started putting it on the E there in the
Yep.
logo.
That's 106 there. Yep.
Yeah. So I yeah. For the other ones that you had, if you open the inside front cover, it does say like 1 of 4. It should
Oh,
be
there we
4 of
go.
4. Yeah.
Cool.
Nice.
So my bad.
To be fair, bands
being
do that.
unique.
You ever hear of Van Halen? Van Halen 1, Van Halen 2, Van Halen 3?
Is that their actual album names?
Yeah.
Is it? Okay. Is there any other band that does that?
Not to my knowledge. I don't think so.
Wu-Tang
Just
can
Van
do that.
Halen. That's the only one I got. So when did you knock this issue out?
That one right there?
Yeah.
That was probably the end of 24. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, because dude, it's just batshit. It's nuts.
Yeah, it was sometime. I think early 24, maybe. Yeah. I could find out if you need the exact.
Oh no, it's all good. Do you have like a like an objective with the comic? Like, are you trying to say anything with it, or is it purely just something that's just like fun?
So it's fun. It's a crew.
Yeah.
I do want to say something about the crew.
Yeah.
Eventually, I'm in no rush. I just want to have a group of people getting in adventures and slowly revealing things as I come up with them. I don't. I do have some overall goals. But for the most part, I just want to have fun and see where it goes.
Such cool character designs, man.
Yeah.
That right there.
I love all
pinup,
your. I love all your backgrounds.
Oh, thank you, man. Well, that's a pinup right there on the right, though. And I love hiring indie artists to do pinups. You'll notice like the back covers I pay a lot of attention to, and that's Harold George right there. If you look at the one, that's Jason Krager right there from TD Arts, and of course we all know Mafood, right? So I don't like variant covers. I will never. Well, I hope I never do a variant cover. Instead, I like to really say, here's my special guest on the back cover, and have that act as the variant.
I'm not even gonna lie to you, Dan. I didn't even see this.
So Sam's like, whoa,
right now. Yeah.
Did you not see the inside front cover?
I didn't actually. Oh shit! Yeah, it's just literally right here in front of me. Amazing. Yeah, dude. I don't know how I fucking missed that. That's crazy, actually.
Jazzy Jim.
Yeah, man. Jim Mafood's been very supportive.
Yeah, same.
Yeah,
he's awesome.
I mean, just the ink pulp guys in general. It's like they know what they're doing. You know what I mean? So
100%.
Especially Jim. That's one of the things that I love about Jim. It's like he's doing like car wraps for Nissan and ad campaigns for 40 ounce for a Colt 45.
Yeah, he's doing everything.
Comics for Peach Momoko, but he's still got time to do pinups for us and
But he doesn't have time to come on Bristol Bros because he's doing all that other crap.
That son of a bitch.
Well,
he promised he'll be on. We keep bugging him, and he's gonna make time.
We're in the same. Me and him are in the same time zone, so he doesn't have an excuse for it being too late.
Maybe he likes sleep more than you do, Sam.
Yeah, this is beautiful.
Yeah.
So what is supposed to be showing there is they play knife hockey, and the crowd is all riled up. The crowd has guns and missile launchers, so they had this force field over the rink, right? And what you're seeing there is just like the crowd just shooting at the players, but the force field is stopping it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Is what it reminds me of is like the you know, like the flower clouds in SpongeBob.
Yes.
That's what it reminds me of.
I didn't set out trying to do that, but I did. Once I did it, I was like, oh yeah, that kind of looks like that.
Yeah, the level of detail in your stuff is awesome.
It's nuts.
But see, I don't think I can do. I think I can only do that digitally. I don't think I can get that detail.
Like, you could. It's just going to take you longer.
I'm sorry.
I said you can. It's just going to take you way longer.
Yeah.
And wear your eyes out quicker because you won't have the infinite zoom.
Yeah, dude, like Von Baudet lettering to a T. I see it when I see it.
Thanks, man. That's a big compliment.
It is.
I'm a big fan.
Yeah, same. All right, so like I was telling you, Dan, we're kind of playing up against time here, so I'm just going to get into Warp Dragons. Dude, this thing is fucking nuts, folks. Just black and white. I mean, you already know that's kind of how I like to roll.
Inside front cover, the story starts. There is no credits. There is no. It jumps right into it.
Good.
Dig it. We got Guy Dorian Sr. in here. He says, nice art.
Oh, thanks.
Thank you, what is the I guess like your inspiration with like your speech bubble design?
Dave
like, where did that come from? Yeah, Dave Sim. Yeah.
That lettering, man. I can't get it out of my head. But Von Baudet has great lettering too, of course.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know.
Now these were all done traditional, right?
That's all traditional. The lettering is traditional on the board. Yep.
I ain't seeing a huge difference in the detail, but
yeah, there isn't.
There's still a lot of detail in there.
It's like, look at this shit, dude. It's nuts. Dude, like this is crazy.
Yeah. You like that kind of fisheye perspective a lot, don't you? The curved linear. A few of your pages got a little curved linear.
If I pulled it off, it's by mistake.
It looks good, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, it kind of I mean, you've already talked about it, but like that hip hop influence, what it reminds me of is kind of like a Beastie Boys video. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
there you go.
A fisheye lens.
I see it. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Jesus, dude, like the cartooning. Look at this.
Yeah.
Dan, my guy. Yeah, like you'll have zero problem selling pages, dude. I'm just being honest with you. Like you're gonna sell art because like this shit's incredible.
I appreciate that.
Don't get a full head.
Unless he put it at that. Unless he put it at that, I don't really want to sell it price. You know, he said he doesn't necessarily want to get rid of it.
Yeah, so he's gonna pull Ed Piscor and price his stuff out of people's pockets, and then once it finally gets to that level, people are gonna pay it.
Yeah,
that's what he did. You know?
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
So Bill Cox, one of the guys of Comic Art Fans, has a bunch of artwork at his house for me, and he lives right up the road. So when I go pick that up, I'm going to ask him for his advice on what I should price this. And who would know better?
That's a good plan. Yeah, Guy says dynamic compositions, and he said it's giving Toe Jam and Earl.
Oh, energy. Yeah, Toe Jam and Earl. Hell yeah. Thank you, Guy. I appreciate that.
So my one thing of, I guess, recommendation and things for pricing, and this comes directly from Jim Rugg, and that's how I base my pricing off of, is think about the amount of time, because that is the most important thing. If it took you 8 hours to do a page and it only took you 2 hours to do another page, price them accordingly. And then as well, the amount of material that's being used on that page. I use a shitload of screen tone, for example. So if it has a bunch of screen tone on the page, stuff ain't cheap. Yeah. So you have to price it, accordingly to make sure that you're at least getting your money back on the supplies, and then plus, on the actual art itself. So kind of put those two things into consideration. And then the third thing that you need to worry about is the level, that you're at, and then look at, what the pros are selling their pages at. Like, you can buy a Jim Ma Food page, for $400, $600, so on and so forth. But you're not going to be buying a Todd McFarlane page at that price.
Right.
But you can buy one of my pages for $125 upwards to like $300 all the way up on the high end, just to kind of tell you kind of where I'm sitting at.
Yeah.
But I'm only drawing on 9x12s, so I'm on an 11x17. So that's something also that you got to kind of consider.
Yeah, that's a factor too. Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And I will also say another thing to consider is, does a character die? Is it a character introduction?
Yeah, is it a key moment, right?
Right. Yeah. You gotta think about those too.
Do you have any aspirations of getting these picked up by a publisher, or do you want to just continue going the self-publishing route?
I feel like that would be too much pressure for me. I enjoy my day job, software engineering. I enjoy
you want to keep
hobby.
You want to just keep it fun for yourself.
It's hard to say, I do want to keep it fun for myself. I don't want to have it be a pressure thing, but it would be fucking badass if it,
because I could totally see this as an image book.
Yeah, image, or like a cosmic line or something like that. I don't know. I'm of the mind, obviously, like self-published, man. It's like, dude, like, look at this. Like, this is incredible work. And if a publisher were to come in and take that, the way that I see it is, that's just money that's coming out of your pocket. Like, you don't fucking need a publisher, man.
Yeah, I agree. Especially nowadays.
Yeah.
Obviously, if Daddy Marvel or DC or something comes knocking and they're like, "Hey, Dan, I got a $400,000 paycheck here for you," we're talking different terms there at that point. But at the surface level, fuck them, dude. Keep doing your own thing.
Yeah,
definitely my own thing. But I would enjoy like maybe doing a one shot if I could have a little bit of creative freedom. I'm not really into DC. Obviously, if they said do a Batman one shot, fuck yeah. But I'm more into Marvel. So, give me some odd D-list characters and let me just go have fun with them. I would be down for that for a one shot, but definitely not anything beyond that.
Right. What would be your dream Marvel? Are you done with yours, Sam?
Yeah, I think we should start wrapping up.
All right, I'll throw you backstage real quick while you switch over. What would be your dream Marvel gig if they offered you the pick of whatever character you want to do? You said D-list, but is there an A-list character that really resonates with you?
Well, I will tell you that I enjoy the Mojo verse very much. I know a lot of people don't, and I know it's a little dated nowadays, but do something with the Mojo verse, especially Spiral. Maybe Spiral teaming up with somebody else, that would be fun for me, I think.
Your style is very suited for that too. That'd be something to see. Yeah, that'd be awesome, man. What else you got for him, Sam? Where do you see him? Like, what do you see for him on Marvel?
Well, I wasn't gonna suggest a Marvel. I mean, we were already talking Scotty Young and Brett Bean and whatnot, but it's like I Hate Fairyland, I think, would be like a perfect book for you to be on.
That would be fun. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Just all the mushrooms and everything like that you draw. It'd be crazy in those books, dude.
So put me in touch, Sam and James. Come on.
I will put in a good word for you wherever I can, Dan. You're so immensely talented, and it was just awesome to see some of your work, especially seeing some of the originals and everything. And, appreciate you spending the time with us today, man.
No, I appreciate you guys, man. Thank you for having me on. I really thank you.
Why don't you shout out again where you're going to be at the upcoming con so everybody can come and check you out there?
Sure. I'm taking a little break now because I'm getting ready for a show, but daily post to my Instagram at doghouse059. Sundays in Space is the website. But my next big thing is the Jacksonville IC3 event. That's July 11th. I've got my table. I'm first time tabling, very excited. We'll see how it goes. And after that, who knows? I'm looking at some other local shows, Ocala. Dude, I got a great Ocala con story if you're interested.
For
And then
sure.
there's, I think, like a Lakeland one or something, but I'm going to try to hit up more local shows. Yeah. So see me in Jacksonville.
Hit us with that con story. That's how we'll wrap things up.
So for Jim of Foods, Arachnid Enforcer, I did some fan art. And, it was the Arachnid Enforcer and is it Gangster Boogie?
Gangster Boogie.
And I was at that show and I saw Mike Spicer and I asked Mike Spicer if he would color that for me. And he said yes, and he colored it. And Mike Spicer colored one of my pieces. So
holy cow, dude.
That's amazing.
That is amazing, man. Not many people can say that.
I paid him. I commissioned him.
Still, not many people can say that. That's,
yeah, that was amazing. I love my colors, Giovanna, but to see that by Mike Spicer blew my mind.
Shout out to Mike too. He's having some health issues that he's battling through and everything. So pulling for you, Mike. Stay epic with your colors. Dan, been a pleasure, man.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it, man. Y'all take care. Keep rocking.
Hopefully we can have you back on at some point. Maybe do a con recap of your experience down the road and see how many of those pages are left for Sam to pick through.
We'll definitely do the next book. I'm thinking it's going to be a double size issue. So yeah, man, we'll do something there at least, or if not the other.
Sounds good. Yeah, and I'd like to reach out to have you on Nerdy Musings as well sometime.
We'll see. I'm scared of drawing, in front of people.
No, just the normal pod, not the live stream.
Oh, okay. Oh, cool. Yeah.
Just you and me talking, man.
Cool, man. Sounds
Showing
good.
off, me drooling over more of your original art collection.
And I didn't bring up my Tai Chi, so we can kind
Oh,
of.
there you go. Tai Chi master over here. There you go.
I wouldn't say that.
Sam's a deadly weapon, so you gotta be careful how we talk around Sam.
Brown belt McMap. Don't mess.
Marine.
Yeah. For real though.
You ever seen you ever seen Major Pain? That was based off of Sam. All right, guys. Listen, everybody who tuned in and hung out with us tonight, we appreciate y'all. Tune back in next week, Tuesdays, 7 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Central. All right, guys. Take care.
Thanks.
Bye.